witches. It's the Capricorn dark moon, and I quite often find that the dark moon messes around with things, and unfortunately today the dark moon has taken out the internet and I'm not able to do the ceremony. I've been trying and I've had people there I'm trying to connect with and it hasn't worked, and so unfortunately I'm not able to do it, but I'm here and I'm all set up and I'm ready, so I thought, well, I'll make a video and I'll share it with all of you guys instead. The moon tonight is a really powerful one, powerful enough to take down the internet. It's the 11th of January, so it's 111, and 111 is the number of the Fool, and the Fool is everything to me and nothing, because that's what the Fool is, everything and nothing. The Fool is the end and beginning of the tarot journey, and it's the circle, and we are living in a universe where we experience it as a split. We experience it as the infinity symbol, where we have an outer world that's infinite and an inner world that's infinite, but we see them as separate. We have this split, and that split is our ego. It's a sphincter that our ego squeezes everything through. We're the guardians and gatekeepers of our inner world. And when you're really in the moment and when you're really liberated, like performers on the stage, or moments where you're just, watching a sunset and time just disappears and you're completely free from like the control of physics, like the Fool stepping off the cliff into the unknown, then that is when this twist untwists and it becomes a circle and we're all one, and we manage to flip that inner world infinity onto the outer world infinity. And in indigenous cultures, that's how people live their lives all the time. Everything is sacred, everything is divine, everything's an act of worship. Being alive is a blessing and is a prayer. And so everything is sacred. And we cut all that off with the Enlightenment. We cut off the heads of our religious leaders who, maybe needed, it was corrupt. There was a lot of corruption. It wasn't like we ruined something that was lovely. There was a lot of corruption there. That happened. It was called the Enlightenment. We chopped the heads off our religious leaders, and then we just went for outer world. And we've done amazingly. Look at all the things we've done. It's incredible. But we are also now in the state we're in terms of the environment. It's not like the world's a very nice place. We're suffering from depression. People's lives feel meaningless. And when it comes to trying to work out what to do and how to change things and how to make a difference in the world, it's not about thinking about it, because I don't know, when I think about it, I don't have an answer for how we make the world a better place. I don't, and the main thing that would be most useful to the controlling forces at large would be for us to completely lose hope. What would be least helpful is if they were having to deal with gods and goddesses. Now, the smallest version of yourself is full of fear, full of anxiety, and is this little sphincter in the middle of these two circles. The biggest version of yourself is when these two are one. We're all one. We're all God. We're all divine. We're all divinity. You're either an individual or you are an inner divine jewel. And that inner divine jewel, we have all the facets, we're all there. We've got within us all of the facets of everybody else. But we're just playing, at the moment in this life, our facet. But you look through it and you can still see all the others. That's why an actor can play any part, you can be anyone. We're capable of being anything. It's not even just humans. Literally, when I say anything, you can be a star, you can play a moon, you can play a bridge, you can play a cat, you can play a plant, you can be anything you want. And that's what fooling is all about. And when you're doing fooling in theatre, you play all of these parts because you're no longer contained by physics. You can be the concept of freedom. You can be, the ultimate mother. You can play the goddess. You are all these things. We all are. And so that is a much harder thing for the powers that be to deal with. So if they're dealing with that, then they're going to have a bit more of a fight on their hands. So our job is to be a fit receptacle. And this year, if you add the numbers of the year together, it equals 8. And 8 is the number of life force energy. So we are literally in a year of just, like, it's like we're in the middle of a bolt of lightning. Like, it's the life force energy that creates life. Like, it's making a baby. It's the moment of power where a sperm and egg hit and go, which is actually what Kriya means. Kriya is all about the completion of an act. So that happening, Kriya, is when you break the cycle of karma. So it's kind of like a eureka moment. And that thing is what I'm all about. And so this year is a really powerful year. What your job is to be a fit receptacle. And that means being physically fit. 8 is also the number of Mercury, and Mercury is the caduceus, which is that, the rod with the snakes twisting around it, which is the symbol of medicine. So it's a year for healing. So if there's any healing work you need to do physically, if you need to lose weight, if you need to get fit, if you need to give up a food, if there's anything like that you need to do, then this is the year that you need to do it. So this is the year for making yourself a fit receptacle on the outside, but also on the inside. So inwardly, how can you be like, have enough self-belief and enough confidence about your own power, and to do the work, to physically do the work. This is Capricorn. This is the Capricorn moon. So what work do you need to do? What intentions do you want to put in place? What is it you want to create in the world that is devoid of fear and devoid of anxiety and devoid of any of these things that are blocking you or stopping you? So not playing small, how to untwist and then be the biggest version of yourself that you can possibly be. So for this moon, I invite you to write your intentions down for the year, plant them in the ground, and then those intentions will have the plants around them grow, and you'll be becoming part of the growth of this year, and you let those intentions and dreams grow. So consider what it is you want to create. Be the fool. Believe that anything's possible. Everything be your favourite thing. Everything be your favourite thing, no matter what's going on, and to just step into the most highest, brilliantest version of yourself and be a fit receptacle for this life force energy that is going to be powering through this year. I mean, I can already feel it. This year already feels a lot more lively than last year. So working with that energy, what is it you want to create, and plant that in the ground. In the next day or two, like, it's going to be dark moon for the next day or so get that in there.